Hi, my Virgos, and welcome to your March reading. And I'm going to focus a little bit more on love like I did in February. So it's going to be a little bit longer than usual from now on. And I wanted to welcome you guys um, again to be here in my channel, and welcome to new subscribers. And I don't know. Thank you everyone for being part of my channel and passing by and watching your messages. Um, I wanted to remind you all guys that these messages are generalized and it might resonate with you completely, partially, might not resonate at all. These readings are good for your solar, moon, and ascendant. And, well, let's start with a reading. There's some things that I need to touch base with you guys. My Virgos, we have two things going on right now. Jupiter and Mercury's retrograde. So let's see. Well, we do this. I mean, when I'm doing this, like I'm trying to do Celtic cross, it seems like it is going as the Celtic cross. I just did the Libra, and trust me, the Libra card was not that. Okay, so this is coming in a weird way. The readings are coming in a weird way. So I want you to see this. I'm trying to do the Celtic cross, but it's not working like that. So I know how it is. So we're going to start from here. First, I want to say, my Virgos, Jupiter is going to be retrograde in your third house. The third house has to be with communications. A lot of communications. The house of communication deals with all forms of communication, transformation, early education. So that's one thing. And the second thing that is happening in March is Mercury retrograde in your 8th house, and that is your resources house. Has to be with your taxes, with your income, with your real estates, and all the stuff that I'm going to talk about. But in the past, I see a little bit of jealousy going on here. Remember, this is your love life. So you might be dealing with someone jealous, or you being jealous, someone not letting you go, or you not letting go of a relationship, period. Just like that. Someone that it might be a little bit controlling. It was you or the other person, but in the state you're going to be in the present, in my March, is going to be the moon. And this is so important because Mercury being retrograde in your 8th house has to be with the hidden things. So when I see moon, the moon usually means things that are behind the doors. So it is important to see here, like Mercury being retrograde is going to bring things to the surface to you when it comes to secrets. Or it is you being secretive, or is your partner being secretive, or someone you know in your life is being secretive, and you being misguided, or you misguiding someone. So this is going to be here, and in the future we have all these cards coming. But the good thing about all of this coming is, I want to show you this, is first, the way I see in the future how we move through, at least we have something good. Because someone is being left out in the cold, maybe because something is coming to the surface, something is coming to light, to something that was hidden, right? You might not expect it. So this is going to be surprises coming for you, Virgo. Someone or you making surprises to someone. But someone's going to be like feeling like it was in the cold, but now maybe is going to feel much better at the end of April, at the end of March, I'm sorry, entering April. So either you or the other person is going to feel like, okay, I have all the attention I needed, and I am entering to a period, or April, feeling like I'm a winner, period, just like that. Because you probably going to be in stuck in a crossroad, trying to figure out between your heart and your mind what to do, because secrets are coming to light. And Mercury retrograde is going to do that because it's in your 8th house. So either you or your partner, something that was hidden there is going to come into light, and it might something that you didn't expect. It might not make you that happy because you have the 9 of Cups here at reverse. And that is just telling me right there, you know what? Your dreams or your expectations are not going to be fulfilled in the way you want it, or the other way around, because it could happen either way. Now, why is this happening? Why is this happening? I'm trying to make the Celtic cross here, but hopefully it comes up. Because I wonder, look, why is this happening? Well, because the universe is saying it's time to let go. It's time to get out of that misery stage of mind that you feel like you cannot move when it's just in your head. There's nothing there really. It's in your mind. By the way, you might be dealing with someone who can be an Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus, even a Leo card. So you can be even with a Leo. So look at this. Now, I'm going to throw 2 cards, or I'm just going to say, well, hopefully I can do that because this is a really strange Celtic cross I'm trying to do, but they actually come in one at a time. Whoop. All right. So, nope, 2. And I was thinking about how the influences are here. And I think you seniors of you might be dealing with a Libra too. Time to rest. You are tired. You done. You want to rest. Retrograde period. Being melancholic. Being stuck in the past. And that's why you guys are going back here. Right? So what the influence in this card of this is because you still in the past, even in the past, someone from the past coming in. And we might see a lot of past coming because we have a retrograde here. Especially when it comes to communications and how they're going to try to get to you and communicate to you. And you guys going to have something coming up to the light. Like surprises for you, Virgo. Surprises. Actually, that's going to be the name of this. Surprises. So what are your fears? What are your hopes and fears? Like, what's going on with our relationship, my Virgo? What's going on? Because, because I see you really want to rest in a certain way and rest from the past. You just don't want to have conflicts. You're like tired of that. The good thing is like moving through all the way, you going to, look, hopes and fears. You will go back to that stage of deception and sadness and hoping that things work well and you can celebrate, or you can just have a happy time with the person you want to be with. Okay, I would not go with the outcome because I already got my outcome, which is this card, right? We already went through it. So, well, what are all these cards here? They all fell off. So, let's look at this. Whoa, my Virgo, look at this. I don't know how they got here. I guess when I picked those 2, they fell off and whatever. So I'm going to pick them up because they look nice and beautiful. Venus. Venus is going to be in the air also. And it's going to make things easier for you, my Virgo. And guess what? That's why the Empress is here and is ruled by Venus, where we see abundance and at the end happiness, agreements. Do not let someone trying to feel like it's entitled to control your life or tell you what to do or try to dismiss your values, because someone is around that would try to do that and push you towards the wall. So don't allow them and try to make you a little bit miserable, even though you are already getting out of that stage of, you know, not being entrapped mentally, because it's just something that you don't need to deal with, period. Enjoy what is coming, because at the end, even though someone is probably hiding something, something in this surprise are going to be good for you, because you're going to feel abundance. It might be someone getting pregnant too. I'm not sure. Maybe someone is being pregnant here. And why I see this, because look at this. Family and the Empress. And that means fertility, abundance, growing, uh, having something beautiful coming. And we have maybe some misleading things and information or whatever, but they come into light, because that's why Mercury retrograde is here. And of course, there's always the one that is the potty pooper. So try to stay away from the potty pooper, because it might be someone trying to poop your potty, literally. It's worth it to be redundant at this point. And this person might have nothing to do with your partner. It's just someone who can be envious. Because I see someone being jealous in the past. It might be you, it might be you, it might be your partner, or someone else in the picture. Because someone else in the picture I see sometimes here, but I kind of like seeing it like someone being jealous over here, someone being envy. So if I look at this in a summary, you're going to have some surprises, and despite your fears of depression, fears of getting depressed, feelings of getting sad, looking at all the negative things, your hopes are going to be of happiness that you are going to get at the end entering April, because you might hear, or it's you or someone is pregnant, or despite of feeling like this hitting thing is not what you expected, is actually a blessing for you. All right, so this is great, this is great. So we have coming out of this period of, I'm sorry about the person talking in the background. He just can't hear that well when he talks, so he kind of screams when he talks. Anyway, so what else can I say about this? Surprises, hitting things. I think it's very straightforward, my Virgo. Oh, look at this. There you go. Well, there's a whole bunch of things here. Let's look at this. They wanted to say something else. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is your guidance, and I tell you what is happening. You're going to need to, as an advice, this month of March, Virgo, you're going to need to kind of be a little bit more rigid. Instead of being more flexible, you're going to have to be a little bit more dominant, put your points over the eyes, because I see this. And the only thing you need to really worry about in these cards that I have in front of me is that you need to have more patience. But that doesn't mean you need to be too flexible. You need to adapt, but you need to control your insecurities. One thing I have to say, but you do need to defend your points of view. And I'm sure that you're going to have people, or maybe someone envious and jealous around you and around your relationship. You need to make sure that things are clear, because Mercury in retrograde is coming and is going to make sure that you need to have things clear up. Okay? It's, because there's a lot of things that you have to look at too. Is like there's going to be some delays and frustrations despite you winning, despite of things happening and happiness, this person or someone of the energy of Mercury retrograde coming in kind of like make it a little bit difficult for you, and there's going to be a little delays and frustrations. So when it comes to Jupiter in the third house coming in, there is some technical knowledge you're going to have to learn too about it, communication, social media, websites, stuff like that. So that's why I'm bringing this to you. And Mercury, it's obviously the intellect and the rationalization. So whatever you do, even that you're going to be happy at the end, just remember, deal with things in a patience way, putting your points over the eyes. Don't be too loose, too flexible, adapt, but don't let show your insecurities anyway if you feel insecure in a certain way, because there might come some delays and frustrations despite the beauty at the end of you being in the spotlight. Besides that, you might have some great news and mutual agreements in family matters with your husband, with your wife, on whatever. But it might be someone from the past you're hearing from too, or maybe you dealing in the past, and that's why probably you want the relationship to run in your way. Also, that could be, that's why the Nine of Cups is here, because not everything is going to be perfect, and some coming to the light, and you might not like it completely. Might be, like I said, pregnancy, that you're getting pregnant or something like that, but it's just going to be pretty good at the end. So Virgo, despite things, it might be someone giving birth as well, right? It's around, but you might be influenced. And the Nine of Cups, like maybe you feeling like, oh, I wish my life could be now more like a single. If you marry and things like that, maybe things are changing. Like, oh, you know. So let me see. Sorry about this thing. So anyway, I am going to. I just feel like we need to move this, and I'm going to see what are we having for the entrance of this one is calling me. Ooh, yes. So obviously there's going to be changes going into April. This is the change going to be something that you are expecting. So don't worry, it's nothing that you haven't expected. I know, pretty sure that you are expecting these changes, especially when it comes to things you've been dealing with, if you've been pregnant or you know what is coming. So these changes are coming. So, well, my Virgo, I hope I help you in any way, and I want to wish you a wonderful March, and I send you a big kiss, much love and much light, and I see you on the mid-month of March. Ciao.